Something bubbles up in my throat. The presence in the office can only mean one thing.
Buying it? We got a deal?
She swats at my hand, tugging her sleeve. All of her eyes are alit with something akin to joy. She wants this sale to happen as much as I do, and now that it's here, the deal needs to be closed, yet documents need to be signed still, but the elation is there. Along with the foreboding feeling I can't pinpoint.
I had to do a little damage control, but they're already interested in acquiring the property, even before they attended the open house.
Guess what, guys? I'm paying! I sold the house!
There you go. As the news sinks in, and their expression goes from the sheer bewilderment to utter surprise. That's more like
You
it.
heard me right, ladies and gentlemen. As of today, I'm Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos and free from my instant noodle binge.
See, that's the reaction you wanted. But you're actually not eating purely only ramen. I turned my head at the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse. The world stills. Yeah, that's what she wants. She wants that. That is what she sees. I definitely want that. That's my favorite outfit right there. She looks at me, eyes hollow, gaze piercing and boring into my very soul, like a set of chains that keep my whole body still. There are no shadows or whispers this time. Alright. Before I know it, I'm stumbling back with my own throat hoarse from the screams I didn't even notice already coming out of my mouth. Then back on my feet, catches on a loose stone, spinning me sprawling on the ground. The resulting pain completely jolts me out of a haze, blurring my mind. Oh, so even Zach's still with us, goddamn. For a little while, I survived. Yeah, I know, right? My voice goes back to normal somehow. I don't know what happened to my conscience. My conscience transcends when shit seems to get real. You know, shit hits the fray.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
I was too focused. This is the first one I remember. He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I tell him I'm fine and just to sip. But if you're now, nothing will form. I can't bring myself to say anything. He seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burnt soup.
You right.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand.
Remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time.
Oh, God.
Oh, damn, it overflowed. I really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
Hangs up before I can thank him. The busy tone, the muffled echoes through the receiver. No one is saying this will work. Even I am doubtful it will. But it's better at least to do something. But right now, I'll take anything. Anything to get out of this nightmare. Da 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 da. Yeah. Sleep comes easier tonight, and for the first time in a long time, I dream of clear skies of unrestrained laughter from the children playing in the streets. Small, crumpled dwelling to an outside of the sight does not paint a pretty picture. However, this is home to me. Goddamn, all the like reading. Like, y'all don't know this, but I've been reading for an hour and 20 minutes. My God. Well, like, not even reading. It's reading and commentating. Luckily, I got a lot of water. But my God. I've done like 4 drink breaks. Jesus. Morning dawns bright and clear the following day. Although the air still feels muggy and I miss the chilly autumn weather, it's one of those rare weekends when I'm up even before my alarm rings. If it wasn't for Zach's last night call, I'd probably sleep in. When 9 a.m. rolls around, I'm already on the way to Immigrant Mansion. To think that I'd have to go back again, I'd be lying if I said I'm excited. Well, not excited. I don't have to do 2 anymore. Rose happily gave me paperwork duty when I volunteered. We're in the last phase of this sale too. Well, almost. Papers to sign, documents to finalize, various other legalities to settle with the current owner and all that still. Never mind that its new owners want everything done within the week, when the process typically takes more than that. They want it done. We'll get it done. I really don't understand rich people, but money can do wonders. I won't be surprised if they'll be able to push the process just a little more like what they did to secure the house. The point is, I'm under no obligation to return to the house anymore. Running is an option, of course. I can now move to another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, it's always my conscience that wins. What if something happened to those who have seen the letter? Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss Kalk, and the Wrights. The guilt will follow me to my grave. The mansion looms as we approach. Whispering welcomes me back. Shadows calling. I hope this is the last time. They are engaged in quiet conversation when I find them in the mansion's front gardens. But even with the familiar company, it's impossible to feel at ease here. No matter who I'm with, the feeling of being watched is there. Like the very place itself is aware of its trespassers. Zach, on the other hand, doesn't seem to notice. Or he simply doesn't care, or he's already used to it. I can never tell with him. Sometimes he's almost as hard to read as Ash. Almost. At least Zach doesn't ask for as much patience as dealing with Ash does, and that says plenty about him. Miracles and miracles, how the two ended up being best of friends. He waves at me as I approach. True to his promise, Zach has also brought his friend with him, Father Norman. Somehow I expected him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken. Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You're right.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
As much as that sounds great, it's not a he. My opinion. I think the one we're dealing with is the daughter. It might be the whole family, but we haven't seen any others. So I would guess it's the daughter of the two who committed... Was it the two who committed suicide? No. The two died, the daughter committed suicide. Yeah. I want to say it's her that we're dealing with here. It's probably not, she probably didn't commit suicide.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes.
I mean, it could be a demon.
Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No.
I mean, either way, we were going to get a lecture like that.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we?
Sure.
Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
He let Zach and I walk ahead. I relieve this way. He won't see how tightly I'm clutching the straps of my bag. Father Norman probably trying to put me at ease. But the worry, the cold, restless, foreboding feeling has firmly lodged itself in my stomach, making its presence known with every step we make towards the house.
You okay?
A little bit. Like, Zach, I'm not gonna lie to you, I might hide behind you as soon as we step in this house. Okay? I'm gonna tell him the truth. He deserves the truth. Even though I'm a save, so, you know, we can come back if that changes something. I would lie. I would like getting told the truth. So, yeah, that's true. It's hard to lie when Zach gives you that look. It's just there. The kind that implores a silent appeal. I'm not sure if he's even doing it consciously. Another breeze blows and I try not to shiver, try not to listen to the voices that may or may not be there.
This place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though. Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot.
I respect that. That's how you know you're like really into like photos or videos. You're like, God damn, there's such a good picture earlier. If I had my camera,
Will allow it?
Maybe.
Shh! What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it.
Yeah,
It's not
don't.
like we can stop them if they do.
That's true.
You're really not helping, Zach.
All right. Sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything. I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them. Or I think I can.
Alright, well, he's a big guy, so at least he can do something.
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
I already said that. Ridiculous talk, though the temporary reprieve is more than welcome. He offers me a smile in return, the least he could do. And with a slight motion of his head, he gestures for us to move ahead while my own fears are left forgotten for the time being. The things inside my bag clatter softly against each other while I rummage for the keys to the mansion. I should have heard the telltale jiggle by now, but didn't I put it in my bag last night? Seconds later, I'm sitting on my heels. One after another, I'm taking out everything from my pocket, every slip. It'll be a pain to put everything back later, but I'm sure it's under these. Nothing. Oh man, of all times to forget.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use coming up with excuses. All right, after they've both taken the time to go this far too. With a heavy sigh, I grab the door and handle to pull myself up. A string of apologies ready at my tip of my tongue, and the door just opens.
Careful, Bella!
Right?
We've spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you're not yet the owners, but...
Rose is here. There's a brief moment of confusion, and then I'm falling. The momentum of the door swinging open pulls me back first into the mansion's foyer before I can make sense of what's happening. I'm always falling.
Back.
What?
What, Isabella? No time to nurse my bruising back or make up excuses, because the next thing I know, Zach's gently pulling me up right by my arm. Rose looks down at me with a mixture of apprehension as something I couldn't quite place. I'd say it's a relief. Basically, what she can get away with here is say that every single time she sells a house, I like to bless the house, because it's like wishing the owners a blessed life or a blessed time in the house. Yeah? If I'm gonna give you a house, I want you to have the best experience in the house. Boom. There you go. Escape route. Let go. I'm gonna record probably for a little bit longer and then stop. She's good going, Isabella, right after you volunteered to work on the papers. And standing behind her.
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Isabel. We always
Isabella.
meet in the most
Zach, don't say it.
interesting circumstances.
Yes, we do.
A complete understatement, darling.
Don't talk about it.
What are they doing in my house?
Abruptly, he waves his hand at Zach and Father Norman like their presence is a slight against
I
his
thought
own.
you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Like a deer caught in the headlights, like I just said. I like to bless the house of the owners, if you guys do not mind it, of course. I like to bless the house of the people I sell my houses to. It's a new, thing of mine that I like to do because you guys so generously bought the house and gave us some extra. So I want to help you out. Unfair, Rose, that's putting me on the spot, as it leaves me no other choice but to answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
Lily? You just call me fucking Lily?
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
I'm so sorry, Mama. You said it. You said I go to hell if I lie. I likely will after this, but there's no other way. Well, it isn't an entire lie. I'm here to make sure no one disturbs them after they move in. It just so happens that I'm checking for and trying to drive away one of the paranormal variety.
Oh, the house appears impeccably fine to me.
Mr. Wright shifts his eye in a careful manner as he's looking for faults in every crevice of the house. The grin on his face, though, when he returns attention to mine, is similar to what a Kuyo Jordan had given me when he was up to something. Usually a scare prank that inevitably ended in me crying. I never did forget the way my brother sneered at me then. Part of me thinks that perhaps if I hadn't been the object of his mischief at childhood, I wouldn't have grown a little braver.
Come on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice.
Okay, and why do you call me Lily? My name's not Lily, boy.
I'm a very
Boy.
patient man. Now, why are you really here?
I wish to bless the house. Right now on the face of it, almost identical expression. I'm gonna go ahead and save because there's probably gonna be a choice. I'm used to the lie I told to falls apart.
The truth is I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection?
Yeah, about luck, protection, yeah. I shrink under his scrutinizing gaze for a second. I think that he'll start shouting at me. Instead, he laughs. Not the mocking, jeering kind, but the one wondering if he's hearing things right. I'd say he was amused, but I honestly couldn't understand what's so funny with that I just said. Was it really that weird? Wasn't it custom here? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like this.
That's rage coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home.
Ha.
I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion, since this place has been empty for years.
Exactly. There you go. Selling point.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before
I
this.
did.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here, I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie.
The names. Isabella. Is that Isabella? Lily. Rosie. What? What? I swear, these people.
I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
So, what's gonna happen when they actually call us by our name? Is it gonna be like a death fleeting situation? That's when they're gonna call us by our real names. Other than that, nah.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm black too. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. I want to smack shit out of him. Zach, don't do it. I'll do it for you. Shit. The fuck you just say, boy? Boy. And he put the ER too. Boy. What you just say to me? Zach's here to help me. All of a sudden, there's an awkward silence even Rose, of all sudden, people seems reluctant to break. Although a desire to do so is evident in the way her eyes nervously shift to Mr. Wright. Meanwhile, Zach's grip on my arm suddenly tightens. He doesn't say anything further, but there's a conflicted look on him when I glance up. That's the face he makes only when he desperately wants to give someone a piece of his mind, but chooses not to do so, mostly to avoid confrontation or fanning the flames to an argument. That's what I do. I don't like argumentation. It's just annoying. It's pointless too. I don't know where to stay with this. I like how everybody's looking at him too. Like, it's the small changes. He has always been like this. Even among his own friends, he chooses to take placating stance. Despite holding opinions of his own. Yeah, that's a good thing to be though. Not that I won't say anything. I know Mr. Wright's a client, but you can't just say it in front of people. In front of Zach, no less. In front of him, yeah, nah. If Ashton were here, I'd know he wouldn't stay. Ashton would probably smack the shit out of him. But then again, Ashton's like a private investigator, so he'd be like, I'm sorry, but sir, you deserve that, alright? You deserve that. Alright, you can own your house. I just had to do that. And neither do I. There was a reason why bullies back home never touched my younger brother back again, and I gave them a taste of their own medicine. He might be inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Maybe, if only I'm not going to get in trouble with the BRC for it. That is, yeah. If I didn't work at the real estate industry, I'll smack shit out of this boy. But before any punch could be thrown, Ma'am Hannah cuts in.
Lucille Mitchell Wright.
There you go. Be a good wife. Smack shit out of him. In a firm voice. Say it with your chest. Demands his complete silence. Instead of answering, she merely crosses her arms and shoots her husband a sharp, disapproving glare. You ain't sleeping in the bed tonight, motherfucker. You sleeping in the couch in the other room, other side of the mansion. You ain't coming near me, girl. I ain't even making you breakfast in the morning. That seems to have done the trick. He immediately shuts his mouth, but not before muttering a few inaudible words under his breath. I smack shit out that boy. Sure enough, at this, Ma'am Hannah could only sigh and roll her eyes, more than happy to get back to the topic at hand.
I'm sure she knows what she's doing, love. She got us the house, remember? Who knows what a little positive vibe can do? It could even give us what we've been eagerly waiting for all these years.
Exactly.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch.
You guys go ahead.
I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
No, go ahead. I'd rather not after this situation that we just ran into. Because I would take Zach with me, and I would have to hold him back the whole time, and I'm tiny. That motherfucker's tall as shit. It ain't gonna work.
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's 2 of us working on this.
Rose looks like she's about to murder someone, probably me, but, you know, we don't worry about that. At least she won't have to stay in a haunted property. She's getting the better end of this deal, if anyone's going to ask me.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the 3 of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal,
Yes, most likely.
Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
I'm expecting Zach to be like, that's your client? That guy, we should burn down the mansion. Shit. Rose hurriedly hands me the keys to the house before leaving, mouthing reminders to secure the place and harmless threats for throwing her under the bus. I return it with a reassuring smile of my own, even if she's the one who often forgets. Sheesh. And just like that, gone, just as quickly as they appeared, fleeting from one scene to the next, and leaving me wondering if this is simply what's typically for the rich and famous. If so, I'd rather stay with my rundown apartment and our little shack back home. There's still joy in the smallest things after all. May this house be blessed. Achievement unlocked. You guys can't see that. I might turn on Steam overlay so when I do get achievements, you know, you see the fucking achievement at the bottom right. With the house this big, it's not surprising when the ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun already high by the time we've gone through the last room. I can never say I'm a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mom and Papa's teachings, but hearing every word Father Norman uttered as we went around the house has put me at ease. All of a sudden, the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end to this. Or perhaps this is the end? Father Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds. He has a business. He has business in the village nearby. He says a minute gesture to reach out to the members of the parish every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory of helping hands and a few okay. But before he leaves,
Isabella, a word before I go.
Okay.
Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share.
Forthcoming? What do you mean?
But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life.
Hasn't told him everything that's going on.
Besides, you have people to bear it with.
Yeah, all of us have to bear. Don't tell me that. All of us have to bear with it. God damn it. Okay. His words, though, meant to comfort. He has left a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they don't believe you, what am I to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulders, taking me out of my thoughts before they take a sullen turn. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears. But when I turn to him, I'm expecting before we leave, me and Zach are going to see the thing out here, and it's going to get Zach believing, and that'll probably be a gigantic change for the story, and then we'll probably end up getting the other two out here. Because if Zach believes Ash is, no matter how much Ash is a logical person, if Zach says it and they both have all these escapades together, he's either gonna think Zach has lost it, or there's some sort of truth in it. You know?
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Sure.
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. Save station. Gotta love my save station. That's fucking PewDiePie's song, but don't fucking
It
quote
wouldn't
me.
hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries.
Zachary, don't be falling in love with me, alright?
And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Hey, don't you be coming for
Let
me.
me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
Yes, that's what I'm good at. A smile, a real one this time, devoid of any unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us the few days, I don't want to think harshly of them. Zach had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving, prior to going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since, and been a good 20 minutes of being left alone entirely to my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier, more languid vibe than usual, where children are usually seen running around and playing. There are not now people leaning back on their picnic blankets, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from the nearby carts, and if the food blows in the right direction, one would catch the whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I'd gladly sleep on this bench if I wasn't waiting for someone. Soon enough, I see his hulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium-sized box on one hand and casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench. Sweat drips profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
Oh, God.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
Okay, what is it? I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. Cinnamon rolls. I actually love cinnamon rolls. That's great. Cinnamon rolls, all 6 of them, topped with a white cream cheese glaze. Okay, the cheese glaze is alright. I like the other one. I like the other one. Come at me if you must. I like the other ones. But our character obviously falls in fucking love with that. The very same one I bought after I sold my first property. After I met Zach, Asha, and Becca. That's good. Funny how the small thing could trigger a distant memory, no matter how mundane it is. I don't say no to free food, but why is he getting me these
What
now?
for?
He leans on the empty space beside me, wiping the sweat off his forehead before answering.
Apology. And as thanks for yesterday and the other day.
Okay.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zach.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
I gotcha.
Are you just saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
Okay.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back.
That's respectable.
Are you still upset?
No. Definitely not. There are times with the journal. There are times when I wish Zach had been my bigger brother, or Becca, or like my older sister. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash yet, too. Life back home is tough, but for all that, I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. In this city of 68,000 people, I have people I could depend on. 3 of them, in fact. When you think about it, when you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them amidst the sea of nameless people, I'm lucky. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for today, Zach. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Y'all, weight in my heart, food.
Don't put it like that. You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
All of it.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your,
Size?
size.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
I don't know, I'm doing better.
A little. I'll be okay.
I haven't seen
figure it out
it.
somehow. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young
ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell.
Uh,
I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss, so the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time laughter that comes from both sides of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things may have not been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that has happened. And I can go tell you this is going to be cut by either us seeing it, both of us, or me. I doubt this will be the end. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's only for me. But more of the food, there's relief and
If you
contentment.
need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
Right.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
Alright.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
He leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk to Becca, Ash, and I. Put petty arguments aside, like adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. I just hope I can keep them safe. A light wind blows again, sending dry leaves swirling and distant earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. I need to visit the grocery too. Come to think of it, wasn't there an art store that opened recently near the park?